So, more silica tape, would you believe? Yeah, oh no. Please don't give up on me. There's so much more, and there's so much, I think, interesting stuff to tell you. So I mentioned last time, yeah, all about recording silica, iron oxide, which is red, which is magnetic, and silica, and that's how stone's made, and that's how clay is made, and that's how bricks are made. And of course, bricks are made of clay. And they've recently come up with a scientific way of being able to tell you when a brick's birthday is, when it was born. It's called archaeomagnetic dating. And basically, the situation is when you put a load of bricks in a brick kiln, because magnetic north is forever changing, when it's heated to a certain degrees centigrade, it stops magnetic north, and magnetic north then realigns itself in all of those bricks. So you've got a load of bricks from that kiln on that day with magnetic north all pointing in the same direction. Not a problem. Of course it's not. Anyway, when they come out of the kiln and it goes to a brickie that's going to build a house, and he shovels all the bricks into his hod or into his wheelbarrow, and he wheels them away to wherever, and then he tips them out or carefully takes them out. When he's building the brick wall, he's not bothered which way magnetic north is pointing. So as he's building the brick wall, you've got some bricks going this way, some bricks with magnetic north going this way, and you've also got some bricks with magnetic north going that way. And perhaps if it's half bricks or whatever, you might have magnetic bricks going that way or that way. So you've got a jumble of arrows pointing north in a different direction in those bricks. Not a problem. Of course it's not a problem. But the fact that they're all like that, jumbled up, is fine until you pass an electromagnetic or an electric charge over those bricks in exactly the same way as you do with a credit card. The bar on a credit card has arrows pointing in different directions until you pass an electric charge over it. And then all the arrows go in the same direction again. And that's what I think could possibly help make a recording. And if I just show you a diagram in my book called What is a Ghost, on sale at richardfelix.co.uk, go to the shop, this is what I'm on about. When they come out the kiln, all the arrows are going in the same direction. There's the credit card with exactly the same idea. But when the brickie puts them in a brick wall, all the arrows are going in a different direction until you pass an electric charge over it. Oh, look what happens. They all go in the same direction. And I believe that's part of exactly the same system, correct me if I'm wrong, as happens in a cassette player, a reel-to-reel tape, and many other forms of recording. I think I'm not a scientist. I'm not an expert. I'm trying to come up with some ideas that are hopefully realistic and not just the Scooby-Doo side of things. And that's where I think that, as I said at the beginning, stone walls, brick walls, whatever, they are really like magnetic tape recorders, and all you need to do is have the energy from you that passes into the wall and causes that silica or that iron oxide to go in the same direction. But I do believe that it's not only in red sandstone and in red clay and red bricks. I think there's more to it than that. But there's an awful lot of it to do with this business of bricks, brick-built buildings. And, well, in Derby, we have a very haunted building called Jacobean House, and there's approximately 14 ghosts allegedly, both sound and sighting. Yeah? Proof. Guess what? It's the oldest brick-built building in Derby. It was built in 1611. When we were doing Most Haunted in California, we went to the Whaley House in San Diego, Old Town. Some of you may have been, some of you may obviously live nearby. It's allegedly the most haunted house in California. And again, it's mainly, if not all, sightings and sounds, in other words, visual and acoustic. It's a very haunted house. And as you probably know, you probably live in one, so many buildings in America are wooden. Not the Whaley House. Guess what? The Whaley House is the oldest brick-built building in California. Oh, more ghosts, more recordings. And also, many years ago now, I did a bit of an American tour. I did, I think, 14 states in 3 weeks. I was tired. And I went down to Gettysburg. And I did a bit of recording for, unfortunately, it never happened yet, Battlefield Ghosts. And allegedly, it's the most haunted battlefield on the planet. And again, guess what? So much of it is sight and sound. Over 1,000 ghosts, allegedly, on the battlefield. Mark Nesbitt, he's famous. He's done 9 books, I believe. Perhaps you've done more now, Mark, I'm not sure. On the ghosts of Gettysburg. It's a shrine, but it's also a very, very haunted battlefield. Guess what? The whole of the battlefield of Gettysburg is on a red sandstone plateau. Hang on. No wonder it's the most haunted battlefield on the planet. Do you see where I'm coming from? Help me, guys. You know I need help. Psychiatric, most definitely. But also, poo-poo the idea. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me, or give me some more other ideas of what it might be. Because I'd still believe that an awful lot of what we see in here. But please, I said it before and I will say it again. I'm not saying that ghosts are recordings. I'm saying a percentage of ghosts are a recording, and I think it's a larger percentage. But there's the other side of it, the spirit and soul of a dead person that hasn't moved on, that knows you're there, can interact with you, has stayed for a reason. I will be going into that when I've finished boring you to death with this silica tape idea. That's all it is. It's an idea. Keep watching. Do sleep well. Don't have nightmares.